San Antonio was the defending champions. That was back in 2014. A little different now. OKC looking for some get back, though, after losing 2 straight to the Spurs over the last 2 weeks. Pick up the action late in the first quarter. Thunder already down 37-36. Chet Holmgren drives to the basket. He's fouled hard by Wemby. And then when Holmgren goes to the line, listen to Wemby. That was basically Wemby saying, ball don't lie. But he's out here like he's on a Nerf hoop. He followed his own miss with that dunk. The Spurs up 6. And then here we got Kentucky on Kentucky crime. De'Aaron Fox 1-on-1 against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Spurs scoring 69 points in the first half, the most the Thunder have allowed in a first half all season. Spurs were up 9 at the break. And then Wemby bringing all the Christmas merriment. First the 3, then the pass to Dylan Harper for the dunk. Spurs up 17. Next Thunder possession, SGA beats the double team, gets the floater. 102 straight games with 20 points, but he had just 22 total. That was a season low for him. And then Fox off the rim, but Keldon Johnson, how about them Wildcats? Spurs up 95-79 going to the 4th. 6 minutes to go in the game. Wemby bobbles, gets it at the baseline, and gets it to go. 19 points, 11 rebounds off the bench in 26 minutes. The Spurs came in 5-0 when Wemby didn't start. We'll make it 6 in a row because De'Aaron Fox went for 29 to lead all scores. Spurs are 3-0 against the Thunder this season. They're 23-7. They win it 117-102. Wemby, how about this win?
It was great. It was great. It's just embodiment of all the efforts and the sweat we do for months, and like each game is so intense that it's so intense and takes so much from you as a person, you know, that the reward is just incredible.
You don't lose to a team 3 times in a row in a short span without them being better than you. So we have to get better. We have to look in the mirror, and that's everybody from top to bottom if we want to reach our ultimate goal.
Talk about what it is that San Antonio does so well that, you know, kind of takes you guys out of your game.
There's this guy on their team that's 7'5" and takes up a lot of space on the court.
Maybe it is that simple. The Spurs continuing their dominance over the Thunder. OKC again, 0-3 against the Spurs. And now they've lost more games to San Antonio than any other teams in the rest of the league combined. The Thunder haven't even really been close to winning either of these matchups either, spending more time trailing by double digits in 3 games against the Spurs than they have in their other 28 games this season. All right, now let's take it to LA for some Christmas Day history. The 5th meeting between KD and LeBron on the holiday, tied for the most all time, but they brought a new set of helpers for this matchup. Rockets already up 10 here in the first quarter. Little pick and roll action between KD and Alperen Şengün leads to a lob by Amen Thompson. The lead is 12, and then KD for a 3. Still sporting that double-digit margin. By the way, this is the 20th Christmas game for LeBron, and he's still got more game than Santa's elves with the 3 there, then the drive with the left finish. 18 points, 5 assists for LeBron. They did not have Austin Reeves in the second half, and they needed him because KD was out here like Travis Scott in the first half, sicko mode. He had 16 the first 2 quarters. The Rockets were up 10 at the break. Third quarter we go. KD, don't act like y'all forgot. He had 25 points on 8 of 14 shooting. Rockets now up 21. Thompson goes behind the back and then the left. How sick was he in this game? Luka, no good there. Rockets going the other way. And you give it to Thompson, pretty good chance for a finish. Big third quarter, Houston up 92-74 going to the fourth quarter. And then off the turnover, KD to Thompson. The first Rockets teammates to both score 25 points in a Christmas Day game. Thompson led all scorers with 26. Rockets never trailed. J.J. Redick, 3 straight L's for his squad.
We've been a good basketball team. When we haven't, we're a terrible basketball team. And tonight we were a terrible basketball team. And that started legitimately right away. We don't care enough to do the things that are necessary. We don't care enough to be a professional. It's, you know, we had it. It can change like that. We don't have it right now. What I said the other night, it's a matter of making the choice. And too often we have guys that don't want to make that choice. And it's pretty consistent who those guys are. And so Saturday's practice, I told the guys, it's going to be uncomfortable. The meeting is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing another 53 games like this.
I don't know what have to change, but definitely something needs to change. I think we've blown out the last 3 games. You know, it definitely looks like terrible, but we got to figure out. That's the thing we have. That's what we just got to talk about it. Everybody got to talk about it. I know Jesus says it's going to be uncomfortable, so as it should be. Everybody got to give better effort, starting with me.
Well, what would a Sports Center on Christmas be without a visit from Santa Perk? Kendrick Perkins joins us now. Perk, what's your reaction to what you just heard, not just from J.J. Redick, but also from Luka?
Eves, you know what, man, seriously, I don't want to hear that. We already know that the Lakers don't have the personnel. They can't guard a parked car. But here's the thing, right? J.J. Redick, everybody find it cute and funny when he goes on these rants and publicly calls out his team. But J.J. Redick got to do better as well. It's always everybody else's fault, but not J.J. Redick's. That's a problem for me. And he talking about his team not being consistent, not playing hard, not doing the little things. Well, guess what? That's a reflection on the coach. When your team is not responding and your team is not putting the effort that's needed to be to compete at a high level, that means that they are not listening to the coach and the respect level is not there. So again, yes, do Luka Doncic have to be better? Can he stop complaining to the refs like he did all night long? Absolutely. Can LeBron James fix his damn body language and act like he's engaged in the game of basketball? Absolutely. But J.J. Redick, you could be better as well. Why are your guys not responding to you? And I'm going to say this again. I said this last night. If J.J. Redick continue to do this and continue to call out his team publicly, he's going to put himself in a more worse situation than it is now, because he's going to continue to lose the ears of that locker room.
And now you wonder how the team will respond after this upcoming practice on Saturday. All right, let's take you back to the Spurs and the Thunder. And look, you've been on San Antonio for a while. They've won 3 games now over the Thunder in a span of like 13 days. I want to ask you this, though. Does this say more about the Spurs as a whole or how bad of a matchup they are specifically for the Thunder?
I think it says a lot about the Spurs overall. Have they beat the champs 3 straight times? Absolutely. But they're not only a threat to Oklahoma City, they're a legitimate threat to the rest of the NBA. And we know Wemby is going to be Wemby. When you talk about a guy that impacts both ends of the floor, that is him. But when you look at their perimeter play, how big those guards are, when you look at a Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, and what they're able to bring on both ends of the floor, Stephon Castle, and they play mean. They got a certain edge to them, certain type of tenacity that they just come with force. They're well coached, they're disciplined, and they play agenda-free basketball. And when you got a team that's complete from top to bottom, that play with that type of mindset. By the way, since Victor Wembanyama has came back from injury, every single game he's come off the bench. In every single game, it hasn't been a problem. That's a true leader. That's true sacrificing. And yes, the Spurs are a legit title contender. It's not just the Thunder, but it's the rest of the league.
Yeah, nobody wants to see the Spurs right now for sure. Santa Perk, we appreciate you spending part of your Christmas with us, brother. Well, the nightcap